by David Chipperfield. So I kind of did, to begin with, I did a very basic overview of what's going on here, some drawings, looking at uses and spatial awareness and that kind of stuff. So it's the model that we made below. This is also a general overview about the materials that we use and structural sequence. We were quite lucky because ours was quite a new building, so we had all the images and stuff that were taken by the architects throughout. So these are just pictures that they had taken. This is just a very brief diagram showing spatial analysis. Moving on to materials, this was just a very basic diagram that we did to kind of just generally show what the idea was with the materials. And this is showing structure, so looking at tension and compression, and just how the building's standing and all its components. And yeah, this is ours had a primary structure of reinforced concrete, so I kind of went into a lot more detail about that. And also the roof is very unique on this building, so I did learn a lot of drawing showing every layer, and also foundations. And this is one of the models that we made. It's a 1:20, showing all the layers and how the roof meets the wall. And this is another one to show the primary and secondary structures, 1:100 model. And then moved on to skins, and how the building is covered, to just a couple of pages, and also thermal bridging, and then moving on to openings and finishes. And then environmental principles, so of solar orientation, because what was important to the building was the lighting situation, because obviously the building's named after a famous painter, and about this area he really liked the lighting, so I kind of went into a lot of detail about that. And this is just some model pictures on the lighting throughout the year, and also climate analysis. And wind was an issue because it's right next to the sea, so obviously throughout the tech I kind of went into a lot of detail about how David Chipperfield contracted that. And BREEAM, so the building got a very good BREEAM rating, so as a result I went into a lot of detail talking about how they maintained their very low energy consumption and how they tried to tackle all the issues that was getting the best BREEAM rating. So let's talk. And then moving on to building services, so looking at heating and all the different types of heating. So they used, like they looked at the boiler house that they had in the plant rooms, and then underfloor heating, Trent heating, all these radiators and everything like that. And then ventilation and cooling, so how obviously as a gallery, so it had to remain a constant temperature and a constant climate, so how they kind of tackled that. And also humidification, so obviously you wanted to ensure that the artwork wasn't affected. And then as it was by the sea, drainage was very important, so I did a couple of drawings showing that, and also hot and cold water supply. And lighting was a very important issue because that's what the painter liked most about the area. So I spoke a lot about basically how they kind of controlled the lighting and all the situations that what they had to implement to basically get the best lighting possible. And this is just a section showing what they did. And here's electrical lighting, so both internal and external, and emergency lighting. And then we went into building regulations, so just escape routes for fires, emergency lighting, and well, staircase as well. And also looking at how the building would act with an internal fire spray. And yeah. And then that's just more protection. I think that's it. Because I wanted 1 to 20, which you went into a lot of detail at trying to look at what every element was of the build. And then this is just the 1 to 100, which you looked at the I-beams and the concrete beams and then the primary reinforced structure. And that's it. So this is one for the 1 to 100 perspective section. This was a 1 to 5 detail. Roof meets the wall, and a 1 to 20 of the. It's just the whole side of it. So yeah, that was it.